that even when you ain't got nothing to cut with, the God that you serve is always trump tight. Why don't you high five somebody and tell them the God I serve is always trump tight? And so I gotta make up my mind tonight that no matter what it looks like, no matter how dark it is, I can't stay in this situation. This woman resolved. She decided that she wouldn't give up. She made up her mind that she would get in the press. You ought to look at your neighbor and say, sometimes you got to get in the press. And there may be folk in front of you. There may be people that got there before you. But every now and then, when your life depends on you getting close to Jesus, you got to resolve. Somebody say resolve. You got to make up your mind that whatever it takes, I'm going to get in the press. That's what Gabby Douglas had when she won those Olympic medals. She had a resolve that she could win the contest. That's what the football player Eric LeGrand had, the paralyzed football player who decided that he wouldn't let his paralysis stop him from getting his diploma. That's what Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego had when they went in the fiery furnace and the fire was 7 times hotter. That's what David had when he ran up against Goliath. Even though Goliath was 9 feet tall and 9 feet wide, that woman decided that I can't live like this for the rest of my life. And so whatever it takes, I'm going to take a risk of faith and I'm going to reach out to Jesus. And it's in the text that when she reached out and she touched him, the risk paid off. Why don't you grab somebody by the hand and tell them tonight is your night to decide not to accept your issue as permanent. Is there anybody here that can grab your neighbor by the hand and say, I read the book and I'm desperate enough to break the rules. Whatever it takes, I'm going to reach out and touch Jesus. I ain't got no appointment. I don't have any money. I don't have influence, but I got a whole lot of faith. Is there anybody here that can shout that you got faith? Now faith is the substance of things hoped for. It's the evidence of things not seen. By faith, the walls of Jericho came tumbling down. By faith, Peter walked on water. By faith, David slew Goliath. By faith, the people came out of Israel. By faith, Paul preached the gospel. Is there anybody here that can give God some praise? Come on and grab your neighbor by the hand and say, I may not have money, but I got faith. I may not have influence, but I got faith. I might not have connection, but I got faith. And tonight, Lord, I feel my help now, is my night to step out on faith. Look at your neighbor and say, I can't wait another 12 years. I can't wait another 12 months. I can't wait another 12 days. I need a miracle right now. I need a breakthrough right now. I need deliverance right now. I need help right now. Is there anybody here that can say, I'm going to take the risk? I'm going to take a chance. I'm going to take a chance on God, because he's able to do exceeding and abundant above everything. Somebody ought to shout about everything. He's not a man that he should lie, nor the son of man that he'll change his mind. If he said it, he'll do it. If he spoke it, he'll bring it to pass. You ought to shout and give God glory that your best days are still in front of you. Find 3 people and tell them it ain't over until God says it's over.